My family built this country, they fought in the World War, they defended this country,
Originally they're from Europe. They're the original immigrants, you know what I mean? If they're gonna kick immigrants out, then they have to go too.
It's hard to say they stand really for anything other than like their own egos and hate.
How well has it gone in the States? ICE has killed 100 people. I don't want that in Canada.
Stop blaming migrants because that's what you should do. Because these dumb motherfuckers over here.
The purpose of keeping Canada safe from communism, tyranny, radical Islam, and
we need to pause immigration, and until we fucking clean everything up, then we can resume at a normal fucking level.
Today we're at the Canada First rally in downtown Toronto. We're here to explore the perspective of both supporters and opponent of the event. The rally focused on the topic of reducing mass immigration. We spoke with people from both sides to understand their views and what they stand for. While some discussions were peaceful, there were also moments of tension. Join us as we dive into the beliefs and motivation of both groups. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and like this video. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow a lot.
Well, that's simple for me, man. As a Canadian, born here, 4th generation, my family built this country. They fought in the World War, they defended this country, And as a guy who's not only just a participant in fighting for our strong and freedom, we want Canada united under one banner, We're not here to promote anti-Canadian sentiment, you know what I mean? We want Canada united under Christ, because only through Christ can you have one unity. Only in Christ can you have true freedom. Because what is Canada without Christ? Canada was built on the foundation of the fathers. The forefathers that put the foundation into Canada were all Christian. Why did they choose the Christian path? Why not be a Muslim country, right? Well, we've seen what happens in Muslim countries. If I were to go in their country and protest, I would be killed immediately. They come here and they want to do what they want, no problem. You're allowed to view your rights, but be open to dialogue, be open to debate. Have freedom, and not just freedom, but patience to be able to examine other people's side and have that. But here we see people are just so eager to shut everyone down. And it's like, well, no, this is like Charlie Kirk is a perfect example of what it is to debate. We're here in Canada to debate. We discuss our ideas. We don't shut them down. Without finding ultimate truth, what truth is there? So we need to unite under one focus, and that is to find the ultimate truth. And that's what we want in Canada. Now, why I'm here is that I want to see Canadians unite to fight for what we have and what we want to continue to have. And for me and a lot of people here who are Christian, we want to see Canada come back. We want to see Christians rise up and stand for their beliefs, not just be keyboard warriors. There's a lot of that.
Can you tell us about the shirt?
Got this off of Temu, $10. There was some guy wearing this shirt, caused some controversy in the media for wearing this shirt, and he got in trouble. I don't know if he lost his job or something like that. But I figured, someone should wear this shirt. It was either that or the Trudeau blackface shirt. So I was gonna wear that just to kind of show people. I didn't have any Canadian garments to wear, but that's what side I'm on. I'm on the Patriot side. I'm on the anti-illegal immigration. I'm pro-immigration. I have tons of immigrant friends, and I have tons of like colored friends, Filipinos and brown people, but to be honest, they're not the same as the new people that are coming into this country and taking advantage of our system, whether they're legally doing it or illegally doing it. I don't agree with immigrants coming here and basically breaking into our houses, stealing our cars, doing things like violent things to our family members and community. And I just don't agree with that. That's the thing that I'm against. I have no problem with immigrants. I just don't think that illegal immigrants and the ones that are violent, and some countries are releasing prisoners to come here, and some countries are sending some of their worst.
And now they're chanting, "Go home, fascists."
Go home, fascists!
What is a fascist?
Go home, fascists!
Somebody that doesn't support democracy. So you consider them to be a fascist?
Yes.
So what do you stand for? What are your beliefs?
Democratic socialism.
What do you want to see being addressed?
Hold on, let me check my notes, because I have shit written down.
Take your time.
But I do think that this is generally racist. Like Charlie Kirk did have racist views, and he said racist things. And he supports Trump, who's a proven racist. Supports Kyle Rittenhouse. Supports the Central Park Five. Supports the killing of George Floyd. It's facts. It's proof. You know what I mean? Well, I think first before anything, Indigenous needs to be met. Indigenous needs need to be met. know what I mean? There's too many indigenous people suffering on our own land, and they think they can come in and they own everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Originally, they're from Europe. They're the original immigrants. You know what I mean? If they're gonna kick immigrants out, then they have to go too. You know what I mean? It's hypocritical. What Charlie Kirk supported allowed him to die. In the end, that's what I think.
Why don't you think that we should be able to live in a world where we can give both sides of opinion, just like how we are right now? It's a peaceful protest.
Yeah, but it's important. Democracy is important.
Don't you think that's what Charlie Kirk stood for?
I think he was racist, for sure.
He was racist?
And I don't think Trump supports democracy. You know what I mean? He's made a lot of controversial laws.
Can you tell us about that?
Just being indigenous, right? Like this country, it exists, right? And like I have my own concerns with the Canadian government, but it's already stolen land. Anyone who's here, like that's the one thing I do love about Canada is people get to be people, and they don't like deserve to be fucking like taken to have this bullshit. I've been screaming all day. I'm like trying to speak, and I'm like not the most coherent, but yeah, no, it's something I stand on. Like I do believe in land back, but like no human is illegal, and no one is illegal on land that has already been stolen. So they have no right to this land more than like anyone else has right to be on this land, right? As long as we like respect it, right? Then like everyone can coexist.
Yeah.
Anymore, that's it.
Oh, that's it? Just equality. That's
Equality.
Oh, I respect that. What about you, sir?
Go away.
Pardon?
Go away.
Oh, wow. Go away. All right.
It's hard to say they stand really for anything other than like their own egos and hate. But that's their primary thing was like, oh yeah, we want this to be our white supremacist country. How about we make it that way? Everyone who's not us, go home. Are we also immigrants? Forget that part, because we're the good ones, right? We're the white ones that built this country, you know? Because Canada has like a very, very deep-rooted system of like white supremacy and racism. It's like founded off genocide, right? So that's...
Do you think that they're fascist?
Oh yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, what is a fascist?
A fascist? Oh my god, my brain just blanked. I'm like, I don't have the right word for it.
Okay, it's fine. I just want to know, because I'm young. I just want to be educated.
Of course.
I want to be educated.
Fascist, yeah. More so, it's like just like about being rooted in like believing like that they are like bad. Like it comes from like being better. It comes from like wanting to like. Oh my god, my words are blanking on me right now. I've been screaming too much.
What is a fascist? If you had to like educate the youngins watching.
Like in a Jesus. Yeah, no, in a quick one too. I'm like, bro. Jesus. We've been screaming too long. My brain's crying.
You guys been screaming too long? You need some water. It's fine. I understand.
We'll find some.
Policy should be changed. There is a problem with immigration right now, but it's the problem that Canada has in general about not being able to fund the programs that it needs to. We can fund healthcare, we can fund education, we can fund better immigration programs if we were to tax people dodging taxes, the people at the top. With more money, we should be able to fix these problems. Things have been getting steadily worse since the 70s, right? I don't remember the Canadian Prime Minister, but it's I keep saying the wrong name, but it's that area of deregulation, of cutting taxes, of not raising taxes to keep up with the demand that a growing population needs. And it's as simple as that.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you here today?
I'm here because we are all anti-fascist.
Okay.
There's a rise of fascism in Canada, and we're here to confront it. And we're here to say that we're not anti-Canada, we're anti-fascism. There's a difference between that, and the other side needs to understand that we're not anti-Canadian. We're not here to destroy the nation. We're here to make sure that there's a culture of empathy, and we're here to hopefully help them realize that they are in fact on the wrong side, period. That's it.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering, I'm asking broadly, in your words, what is a fascist?
A fascist is someone who upholds their worldview as supreme and enforces it upon another population to the point that it oppresses them, it villainizes them, it excludes them and marginalizes them. So when you're trying to blame certain situations in the country because of the most marginalized communities of the country, you're not really looking at, you're like you're digging your head in the sand and you're not looking at the deeper issue at hand and in the country. That's it.
It's a sad reality we live in, man. For anybody to celebrate death, like I don't promote death for anybody. I would be sad if anybody gets shot, especially a guy who was a pro advocate for debate. He did it the right way, not through fascism, not through violence. He did it through open debate, and he was willing to stand on what he believed in with facts, and he was willing to debate others on what facts they brought to the table. And that's what we should be promoting. Death, the view of someone celebrating getting shot it's crazy to me. It's insane to think that someone would celebrate someone getting shot, especially a father of 2 young children that will no longer have a father that raised them. And we see that people are chanting, "I'm glad he's dead, he deserved it." So are we saying that everybody who has an opposing opinion deserves to get shot? Like that, what kind of society would we have? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I hope those people come to realize that that's wrong and that they have some type of conscience within them that sees it as wrong.
What are your beliefs and what do you stand for?
Well, first and foremost, the world will pass away, but Jesus lives forever. You know what I mean? So what I stand for is like right now is the purpose of keeping Canada safe from communism, tyranny, radical Islam, and, like things behind the scenes for other religions. Why it matters is because Canada is safe for Christians to practice their faith. If you go to the Middle East, Christians aren't allowed, especially like the Coptic Christians, our brothers in the Middle East, they're not allowed to go do liturgy in the streets. It's like it's worshiping Jesus. So here I want to make sure that they know Christians are here. We're courageous. We're not going to cower. We're going to make our presence felt. And this land, Jesus will always be worshipped on.
They're saying that you guys are Nazis and fascists. What do you think about that?
Well, first and foremost, I don't even know who they are. The best way to get to know somebody's talking to them. You know what I mean? Right now, it's a big group. It's hard to go one-on-one. People like you are actually breaking the bridge right now. You're the bridge right now. They don't know me at all. I'm not Nazi. I'm not racist. I believe you're made in the image of God as much as I'm made in the image of God. You know what I mean? So everything they say, if they really care to know, and it's not just words and slogans to try to make me silent, they would come and ask me. We're calling them communists because that's what they are. But all they have is their slogans. They don't have reason. They don't even know what they're protesting. I'm not a fascist. You know what I mean? I'm not a fascist at all. They don't care to even understand that I'm not or what I am. It's just what they gather around. It's what they group around, so that's what they're going with. They don't care for change. They don't use reason, bro. Their conscience, as a Christian would say, is seared because of man unfortunately loves sin more than it loves God. So that's why the Bible says heaven isn't for the good, because none are good but God, but for the humble. So if you can humbly say that you're a sinner, there are a lot of Christians here, they think we're self-righteous. We're sinners. You know what I mean? And we're upholding God's standard rather than a fallen human standard. That's what we're here for.
This is a movement against anti-immigration and racism. So as a white person, I don't want to take up space from people of color. So I'd love it if you interviewed someone who's not white.
Okay.
Yeah. But
we're independent. This is Damani.
All right. Hi, Damani. I'm going to leave space for other people.
Okay, gotcha.
I just try to use my privilege to let others speak. Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you for coming out and interviewing both sides.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me. May I ask you about this sign?
So here we have stop blaming migrants, because that's what you should do. Because these dumb motherfuckers over here think that it's appropriate to blame people fleeing war, famine, climate collapse. They think it's of importance even to blame these people, when in fact they are more victims than the fucking white colonizers who already live here, bro. And then we have this full immigration status. That's a basic human right. We all deserve all the rights that come with citizenship, with full status as a Canadian. Because if I've had many friends who are not Canadian citizens living here legally, it is a very difficult time. And I think it's erroneous and ridiculous to claim that immigrants are the problem, wherein immigrants are just trying to live their lives, right? And furthermore, like if we're to somehow put this on a scale of victim to victimizer, I think it's a clear division. So that's the meaning behind my sides.
Nazi, get out of here! Get out of here!
Kick fucking rocks, dickhead!
Fuck you!
What do you think about the sign that says no support for fascism?
I don't know. It seems like there might be more fascists over there. And you can tell that these people are, you know, they're anticipating smashing, right? There's a few posts. They're saying like, bring your baseball bats. They anticipated to throw down. You look over here. It's just a bunch of guys flying the Canadian flag. You know, none of these people want any violence.
Clearly, you're here today because of what you stand on and what you believe on, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't me asking you, what do you stand on and what are your beliefs? What do you want to see being addressed?
I want to see Canadians reclaim Canada. I want to see us start with reasonable, like, first of all, we need to pause immigration, and until we fucking clean everything up, then we can resume at a normal fucking level. And we need to start developing Canada, and let's fucking do something. We're vastly underdeveloped for one of the largest countries on the planet, and we have like next to no military, and then this poor guy and all of his buddies got to fucking sit out here and fucking listen to all this bullshit.
And now I find that there's a lot more taking advantage of the system. I don't think that it's right how they're doing it. I wish that there was a better way. I think it's like going to someone else's house, like a visitor, and destroying that house, right? If you go to their house and you destroy their house a bunch, then you're not going to want to visit that house. You want to go over to your friend's house that's a pigsty, that's gross or whatever? No. Like, that's what seems to be happening with our country in terms of like the littering and stuff from like some of the newer people that don't understand our culture fully yet. You know, it would be nice if they could learn. I don't have a problem if they become legal, if they learn, if they assimilate, I think the word is. Yeah. But if they, you know, if they don't ever learn the language, if they come here and bring their community here, I know there's little Italies and little Portugals, and that happened time ago, like in like, you know, like the early 1900s or whatever, and they did speak their own language, but like, you know, they were open to collaboration with other communities, with other cultures and things like that. Like, you know, like there would be a lot of like the Jewish community would work with the Italian community and the Portuguese community when they all immigrated here back in the day. Yeah. It seems like some of the new immigrants, they aren't open to even talking to any of us or assimilating or taking on our culture or any of our values. They seem to be wanting to change our values, and to an extent, I've heard some people saying that they want to change our laws and things like that, like the Sharia law thing. I heard they're doing that more in England and more in Europe, and I don't think that's good. Sharia law is like, you know, you cut off someone's hand for stealing. I don't think you should cut off someone's hand in Canada for stealing. And I don't agree with the bail reform either. Like, I think if someone is locked up for doing a violent crime, they should stay locked up for an amount of time and not be let out the same day to do that violent crime again.
I think the word Nazi gets thrown around way too loosely. Fascist, Nazi, they've completely lost meaning at this point. Like, I don't even know what to think anymore. If they want to call this side the side where we're all very loving, we're all very kind, like, this guy disagrees with us, but he feels it's okay, it's safe to come here and talk to us because we're not going to attack him, we're not going to be violent towards him. How are we fascist Nazis? That's wild to me.
Well, that's just name calling because they don't have anything else except hyperbole, and I believe that the reason that they're hiding their face with masks is because they're ashamed. They're actually deep down ashamed of what they're doing, and they don't want people to know who they are. You know, whereas the freedom side, the Take Canada Back side, they're not afraid to express and show who they are. You know, they're being real patriotic Canadians, and they don't hide their faces because they're doing the right thing. People that hide their faces are doing the wrong thing, just like a criminal. You know, they put a mask on before they rob somebody, right? Why? Because they don't want to be discovered. They don't want people to know who they are. And that's what's going on with the left here. You know, they're all brainwashed idiots as far as I'm concerned. You know, they don't look at both sides of the story. They just feel a certain way, and that's what they go with. It's not based on any kind of logic. It's just all based on feelings.
Yo, is that you? Yeah. You good? Oh, hold on. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing, miss? How you doing, miss? Thank you.
I love your work. My feet's small. Turn left right here, and I but anyways, I'm a huge fan of your work. I'm a huge fan of your voice.
Thank you.
I love what you do, and keep doing what you're doing. Would you like a samosa or maple leaf cookies?
I'll take a cookie. I don't mind. I'm low-key hungry. I'm a little bit hungry. So how long have you been watching for? Thank you.
Just like
You want one?
over a year. Are you filming? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fine though. You can keep it on me. It's my audience. You know my audience. They're all full of love.
Yeah, I love this. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your service, and keep doing what you're doing. I just we need more voices like yours in the political space. So I really appreciate you. I know it's difficult, and you get all the trolling and the hating, and some days you don't want to continue, and you're like, why am I doing this? And it's not for fame. It's not for anything. It's almost you're doing a service. You really are, and you deserve all the success and all the growth of your platform. So, anyways, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. I want to say thank you if you made it this far. I appreciate you. And let me know in the comments what you guys want to see being addressed in this country. And do you guys support mass immigration? Once again, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like this video and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow a lot.